What's up, guys? Welcome back to AFC Game by Game. It's been a while. Apologies about that. You know what's going on in the world. It's absolutely crazy. And buzzing that football's back in the Premier League. It feels like it's been absolutely forever. Been over 100 days. And yeah, it's been over 100 days, but I could have quite easily turned that game off with still about half an hour to go. It was tough viewing. And to be honest, I find it hard to blame the entire team for one individual's performance. You know who I'm talking about, and I'll get to him in a minute. But I mean, I didn't know what to expect from today's game, as I'm sure a lot of us didn't know what to expect. It was such a mental situation. The two clubs that are so used to playing kind of fast-paced football. I mean, we were used to playing fast-paced football. That's been gone for a couple of years now. But Manchester City, a team that's so used to playing fluid football for large portions of that first half, looks very, very slow. Took them an awful long time to get into this game. And we took advantage of that, I thought, in that first half. We made some good counter-attacking moves. We dominated possession at times. I actually thought we played okay for what was such a mismatched team coming into such a weird scenario. I thought the addition of Pablo Mari did very well at the back. I thought Kieran Tierney was excellent for the entirety of the game, even when he came in at centre-half. But I don't want that to be his long-term position. I don't think we should even contemplate him playing there, even though it looks like it could be a realistic option with the amount of injuries we're getting. But Tierney excels at left back, and I thought he was fantastic when he was playing in particular tonight. Bellerin, I thought, was positive at right back, and Nketiah, I thought, was good leading the line. Aubameyang really failed to get into the game, but as did Saka, as did some of our other players. Obviously, it doesn't help when you've got Xhaka going off 5 minutes into the game. Had no midfield virtually. Ceballos, Willock, and Guendouzi just isn't a viable midfield. It's just not secure enough. But I'm not reading too much into partnerships, triangles, passages of play, because I don't know who's going to work in this Arsenal team in a minute. I honestly don't. It was 11 against 11 for, well, 2/3 of the game today until Luiz got sent off. And I honestly, I can't read too much into who's playing alongside who's best suited to this Arsenal team, which is why I was so surprised when there was such a massive uproar when the team lineup was announced on social media, because I mean, we haven't seen these players for months. Who are we to say who starts this game? We don't know who looks good. We don't know who looks bad. And I think we can see why Mari started this game ahead of David Luiz, who a lot of people have been praising recently. And I think, you know, David Luiz does deserve some praise. He has some fantastic games this season. He's been positive under Mikel Arteta. But Arteta came out before the game and said why Mari started, because he didn't say he's been unimpressed with what he's seen from David Luiz, but I think he gave a subtle hint that Mari has been outperforming Luiz, and Luiz not been playing particularly well. We saw that clip of his error in the game against Brentford, and that's just been characteristic of David Luiz, not just at his time at Arsenal, but his time at PSG, his time at Chelsea. It's just a trait that comes with him, and it's an incredibly frustrating one, because he has single-handedly cost the game today. And I don't want to pinpoint it on one player. You know, 3 months out, there are going to be mistakes, there's going to be injuries, it's natural. Barely had any preparation for this game apart from a couple of behind closed doors friendlies. But David Luiz, you can't coach these mistakes out of him. If he's played within 3 days or within 3 months, it's irrelevant. It makes no difference, because he has got these mistakes embedded within him. And within the space of 25 minutes, he's given away a goal, completely just fumbled the ball off to Raheem Sterling, who's finished it nice and tidily, as you would expect from a player of his quality. He's given away a penalty. He's got a red card. Okay, bit dubious, because, you know, that seems to completely contradict the double jeopardy rule that's been brought in. But either way, it's a massive fumble from him. We go 2-0 down, courtesy of him. And yeah, we actually look a bit more stable defensively once he's off the pitch. And his time at Arsenal is done. I'm not saying this in a narcissistic way, but, you know, he's 33 years old. He's given away about 4 or 5 penalties this season. He's given away a load of errors leading to goals. First player since 2015 that has given away a penalty, got a red card, and given away an error leading to a goal since Carl Jenkinson for West Ham United, another ex-Arsenal player. But I think fair to say Carl Jenkinson actually had a bit of a better impact at Arsenal than David Luiz has. It's just unbelievable. He's a laughable player, and I would say you couldn't make it up, but you can, and that's the sad thing about it. He's an infuriating player, and for the sake of us improving, he just can't stay at Arsenal. It's just not an option at all. I like the guy, lovely personality, fantastic hair, lots to like about him as a person, as a footballer. No. He's just finished Arsenal in my opinion. I mean, he barely even got started at the club, and he was an okay stopgap option on paper at a time when we needed defensive recruits. But for 25 million quid, including his wages, agent fees, transfer fee, it's been one of the worst investments any football, forget Arsenal, any football club could have ever made. He's been a shocking investment. Really, really poor. Moving on, yeah, as I say, I don't think, we lost the game 3-0. We were playing the Champions away from home. We haven't played football for 3 months. We got 2 injuries in the first 20 minutes of the game. I'm not reading too much into the scoreline, to be honest with you. I'm not thinking about top 4. I'm not thinking about top 6. Don't care. At the minute, to be brutally honest with you, I'm just happy that football's back. And I hope that, maybe in a couple of games' time, we can start to think about getting a top 6 finish. I don't think a top 4 finish is even at all realistic to think about, to be honest. But I mean, I'm glad the football's back. I'm glad that it's a very minimal sign that we're starting to come out the other side of this pandemic, and that's the main reason that I'm still feeling quite optimistic after tonight's result. But I think there's a lot to be excited about. Kieran Tierney coming back, Reece Nelson coming into the team. I think I'm still feeling positive about what we can make of this season. But I'm not pinning hope on a Champions League finish. I'm not pinning hope on even a Europa League finish. I'm hoping that we can go on to win the FA Cup. That'd be fantastic. Finish the season with a lot of players coming into full fitness. Treat this as a massive pre-season for Arteta, effectively, and go into next season. Who knows when that'll be, and hit the ground running. But as I say, can't read too much into the scoreline. Pleased football is back, but that's pretty much about it from me. Shameless plug. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before in here, but at the start of the year, I started my own business, and practically for April and May, not done any work, and it's only now that I'm starting to get back into it. Don't know if you guys are on LinkedIn at all. I think it is probably, I don't know, might be likely, might not be. But on Instagram, I've got an account for all my video, photo related work and all the business orientated stuff that I'm doing. I know I shouldn't be talking about this on a YouTube football channel, but if you want to go and follow it, my Instagram for all my work is @Foster Studios. And if you want to go and check out the website, all the info's on there as well. Shameless plug, as I say, but just trying to get my name out there after what's been an incredibly tough period, as I'm sure you guys can all relate to as well. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. It's been great to have football back, albeit not the result we wanted, not the performance we wanted, but it's a sign that things are getting better in the world at least, and that's all I've got to say on it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts just in general, how you're all doing. I hope you're all doing really well. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll speak to you soon. See you later, guys.